And Boom immediately picking up Phantom Lancer. Interesting. So when we were looking at their drafts earlier, this is a hero that they do like. It is something that I suppose is a little bit annoying for the Night Stalker to deal with. The mana burn is an issue and doesn't really have a whole lot of AoE to be able to figure out which one is the real PL. But I'm so surprised to see it being picked up so early. I guess they've already taken the Leshrac for themselves, so they've already sort of protected the PL nicely in that regard. I can't imagine Cignal want to pick up like a Storm Spirit in this situation. I think their lineup looks pretty greedy at that point. Pango is still in the pool, though I'm not sure that Pango is as good against PL as he is against Naga Siren. So certainly something to consider. Alright, what do you do, Cignal? Rubik. Okay, so Tree's 5, Rubik is 4. Their offlane is Night Stalker plus Rubik, not a particularly potent dual lane, and Boom ID just goes straight for the Undying. I've seen this work absolute wonders against Night Stalker. He's already not that good of a laning hero, and Undying can just completely shut him out of the early game. Full stop. So, also, it's not even a very good Rubik game. Like, the steals this game are not that good. Phantom Lancer doesn't really have great ones. Undying is okay, but not amazing. Leshrac is pretty good. Leshrac's stun with no delay is certainly strong. And Kunkka, Boat, and X are not too difficult to get. But alright, Cignal sticking to their guns. Just going to pick up the Gyrocopter. Works well against the PL in the early game, but I don't love Gyrocopter's matchup against the Kunkka. As we saw in the previous game, Kunkka's got a lot of burst, and he's also really good at just forcing your BKB from the Gyro. But it seems like Cignal just want to be able to put up more of a fight this game than they did in the previous game. And of course, they're going to need a better mid lane hero. It could be mid lane Night Stalker. I do think Night Stalker can be a good mid, so if they feel like they if they feel like there's a good offlane matchup in here, like if they wanted the say that Pangolier for offlane, they could certainly put the Night Stalker mid lane. Though yeah, Boom ID have already, I think it's just going to be the Kunkka mid. So we're looking for an FBZ hero to round things out. Some setup for the Lesh would be nice. So I suppose something like a Sand King is kind of a consideration. Maybe they'll think about just going for the Beastmaster again. But what do you need to ban if you're Boom? They might just end up banning the Timber again. It's still good against Kunkka. It's reasonably good against the Phantom Lancer. And if you feel like the only way that you lose this game is getting cheesed, then you may as well just ban it. Doesn't really hurt. I can't think of anything else that's like cheesier that Cignal can pick. They can't pick Brood. Boom already have Kunkka, and that's like the best counter to Broodmother, so you don't really have to worry about that hero at all. Huskar feels like he's super non-existent currently. So Timber is actually one of the few like super gotcha heroes
5 seconds remaining
left in the pool in terms of actually being useful in that kind of circumstance. Okay, what offlaners do they not want to play against? Like I said, I feel like Boom have a few different options here. I don't think they'll be too worried if one of those heroes that I mentioned gets banned out. They should just be able to grab the other one. So if you're Cignal, you just have to decide which one you want to play against less. I think they might end up banning Beastmaster because their lineup is fairly good against Sand King.
Radiant team pick.
Oh, they banned the Sand King. Interesting. I feel as though Night Stalker is pretty good against SK, and like Rubik with the being able to steal Burrow Strike, also pretty nice. But Cignal grab Shaker, so it's either Shaker or Night Stalker going mid this game. Definitely, if you want a Phantom Lancer counter, then Shaker is certainly a good one. Alright, I really like this pick,
10
actually.
seconds remaining.
And whichever hero Jamesy is playing, I think this is
5
going to suit his
seconds remaining.
playstyle a little bit better than the OD did in the previous game, because we saw him roaming and trying to set up ganks on an OD, and it just didn't work out. But that should be much more possible on a Night Stalker or an Earthshaker. So, boom, got to make a decision, and they go for Invoker. Okay. So who's playing what? It's a Mikoto Invoker. It's an FBZ position 3 Kunkka. So they don't want the Kunkka mid against the Earthshaker. This is really interesting. I wonder if it's going to be... Is Mikoto going to play a Quaswex Invoker, or is he going to play an Exit Invoker? They've got pretty good setup for Sunstrikes with like X Marks and Lesh Stun follow-up. But this is also a really good Quaswex game. Just burn out all of Shaker or Night Stalker's mana and don't really have to worry about them too much. So some very interesting adjustments from both teams right at the very end of this draft. And we'll have to see which team it ends up working out for. I still think all of the momentum is going Boom ID's way, just because of how the qualifier overall has been going for them and how the previous game went. But this would be a big opportunity for Cignal to get some confidence back. We will just have to see how they deal with these lanes, and we'll have to see if the mid lane Earthshaker ends up working out the way that they are expecting. If the Shaker has a good game, it could turn out that the Phantom Lancer just has a terrible time, and this quite early Phantom Lancer pick is going to get exposed. I mean, position 3 Kunkka is not bad, but I don't think it's necessarily amazing either, so that's also maybe a little bit of a liability here for Boom. But let's get into it. I really want to see what Invoker does skill build wise.
Is on board.
Should be interesting. Okay, he's got Quas first and the Bassi, so it does seem to suggest that he's going to be going Quaswex. Quaswexer seems to be by far the more popular build currently.
Freaking
out. Do they have sentries? Okay, they got one sentry on the left. FBZ's already got a Quelling Blade grabbed. So I can imagine he's coming down here to do a little bit of deforestation. Yeah, he's already getting going. Wants to make life as difficult as possible for Grims. And Grims has kind of gone for the all-in build here. He's gone for the Orb of Venom early on, and he's already skilled at the Nature's Guise. So without trees, he's actually pretty useless. There are ways that you can, like, adjust for this if you are playing Treant, but it's not easy. Like, you kind of need a Stout Shield, and you can go for Leech Seed early. But if you've already committed to the Orb of Venom and the skill point, then it makes life a bit harder. Alright, so once again we have Boom contesting bottom bounties, though. This time around, Dreamicell willing to stick around up here at top, and we'll actually be trying to grab one of the top bounty runes. Looks like it might just be a 2-2 split. There's only 2 heroes on the top side. And Dreamicell, he's got an Orb of Venom to start off with here. So, can see the intent to get aggro. And they're chopping down these trees. There's one left. It's alright, they've forced Grims onto the right-hand side. He is going to cancel this clarity, I imagine. Well, he's thinking about it. Not going for it yet. Do they want a homing missile? Do they want maybe a little bit more follow-up damage? Alright, there's the homing missile. He's blocked him in. Nando also coming over. In Your Dream might be in trouble. Yeah, one more punch from Grims. Not even gonna take it. Nando grabs the kill. Very nice patience from Grims. I don't know why In Your Dream was playing in the trees against the Drain Protector, but much better start for Cignal. What's Rubik doing? He's body blocking the camp. Okay. Did not start with a mango or a clarity. Just opted for the boots straight up. A little bit unusual. I think normally you see people buy a little bit more regen and then just snag boots from the side shop. Not a huge deal.
Step lively.
How's mid lane
Your
going?
admiral is on board.
So it is, yeah, it's a Quasi-X Invoker. Kind of interested to see how this matchup goes. Mikoto needing to be careful. That's a decent number of tower shots that he's taking. They're trying to pressure this Undying, but he's not really taking a whole lot of damage. Oh, nice torrent connects. Grims, is he actually dead here? A couple more auto attacks. Almost gets his hands in the air for the Nature's guys, but alright, Boom finding a good turnaround. What's happening at top? Rubik, you are in a bad spot, friend. Maybe the boots are enough to keep him alive. Dreamacell has another Spirit Lance, but decides that he wants the CS instead. But only the one Tango left for poor old Rubik down here. Night Stalker is getting good CS. And it's costing him quite a few voids, but seems to be doing fine. Jamesy just tanking some auto attacks at mid. Trying to rush bottle as quickly as he can. And he's getting some living armor. Okay, interesting. Living armor, the choice at level 2 for Grims instead of opting for the Leech Seed. I thought he'd play more aggressively with the Gyrocopter, but maybe he was just looking at mid before and realized that Jamesy needed a little bit of help. It's not the most useful game for living armor. Plenty of dots, plenty of damage instances. There's an illusion rune waiting down here. Did they even see this? Oh, the ward is slightly misplaced, so they don't actually see the bottom rune. That hurts. Kiskit has used up all of his mangoes, so top lane should now start getting a little bit easier. But once again, we saw this in the previous game, and we're seeing it here. Boom just winning all 3 lanes on the CS battle. Mid lane only 8 CS for Jamesy.
They share my thoughts, but not my code.
Alright. Don't know what that tornado was about. Damage on Nando. Can they land this torrent? Yes, they can. Here comes the 2 points in Edict. They're diving underneath the tower. In Your Dream with the auto attacks. The living armor is going to help keep him alive a little bit longer. Nando running back into the Edict. Needs to be careful. Stun not going to land. Grims looking for the turnaround. FBZ diving a bit too deep. He will pay for this with his life. And they also lose the Undying over at mid. But that was just Kezcute suiciding to the tower. Mikoto playing hyper aggressive on his Invoker, taking full control of the mid lane. Nando pretty low, might want to greed this out to the shrine perhaps. And already the 2nd point in the living armor for Grims. Very different from what I've seen skill build wise for Treant Protector. But they seem to be getting kills bottom just fine, even without the Leech Seed. So there you go. In Your Dream wants the side pull. Kezcute might be a bit late to grab any of these bounties at top, and this might actually end up being 3 for Cignal. Oh, Grims is gonna get caught by the torrent though, and now stun follow up. Can they chase him down? Edict's still on him. It's got a couple more seconds, and In Your Dream just runs him down. Oh, that's bad. That's going to be some pretty fast arcanes for this Leshrac. Nando, is he going to get this last hit? He does. Alright, nice for him. Doesn't really need the HP, but I suppose he wants the mana from the shrine. TP in at mid. Grims just coming in for the bottle refill for Jamesy. But even with this help, Mikoto's still winning this mid lane so far. And now a TP top from the Rubik. Oh, Kezcute actually got cliffed up here. Alright. Hello. He's got a TP though. And he's fine. Oh, no, the sentry! He gets the vision! It's about to fade. Alright, he's stuck. I love SCA Dota, man. First we had the Roar knocking people. Now we've got this guy. We got Kezcute trapped on a cliff for a while. Jamesy. Alright, losing a little bit of mana, but should be okay. Regeneron getting snagged by In Your Dream on his way through here. And Grimm's just chilling. Guess wants to steal this last hit if at all possible. Oh, In Your Dream with the quick D ward. Do they have no wards now on the map for... Yeah, they got no wards on the map for Cignal. They are completely in the dark. At least they've got the Treant to kind of scout things a little bit. But Kezcute is still just kind of a ward for now. Dreamicell's getting a lot of experience because of this. But also kind of wishes his Undying was here to help him out. In Your Dream, stacking stuff up for the Kunkka. Looking at Nando. TP also coming in from the Invoker. They want this kill. They've got the follow-up stun. EMP, Cold Snap. Nice and easy. Nando up a little bit too far, and that is always the power of the Kunkka. Just able to set up these ganks fantastically. Kezcute, can you get off this cliff yet? No. Dun dun da da dun dun da da dun dun da da dun dun da 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 da. Dun dun da da dun dun da da dun dun. Yeah. Nice. Kezcute escapes. He's still not that far behind level-wise compared to the Rubik. It's only half a level. Mikoto's already got his full phase boots. Jamesy just jungling up a little bit. See who grabs the 8-minute rune. Looks like Grimm's is coming over here to scout things out. Again, they do still have 0 wards on the map for poor old Cignal. Rubik's almost got his arcanes. Does Lush have... What's Lush even going for?
Middle tower is under attack.
He's got a bracer. Oh, they want Nando. Dragging back into the boat. Follow-up stun. Where's the help? Nando. Is the living armor off cooldown? Looks like it was even used on him, but unfortunately not enough to keep him alive.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Dreamicell, what's he going for? Just picked up some treads so far. Yeah, so In Your Dream has a secondary bracer. Grims, what are you doing? Is the living armor build really the play here? I feel as though he could be contesting this lane a bit more. Kodo. Looking for the kill. Living armor comes in. They might go for the turnaround now, but they need a little bit more mana. Drag him back in. Into Jamesy's waiting arms. Tornado lands onto both of them. Makoto's still running. Now Kezcute's made an appearance. Nando also rotating in here. Tombstone getting dropped up on the high ground. Now they're going to try and deal with that while also finding the kill, but they're splitting their damage. And now Nando might be in some trouble. You got that Tombstone gold, but will you actually get this kill? In Your Dream runs him down. Grimm's not going to get caught by the stun, but I'm not sure if they even need it. That is a mega kill streak for In Your Dream. Rubik also caught out here. He will be able to do some shopping at the very least before he goes down. But he could pop this to have lifts. Is he going to try and cliff him? Is that the plan? Alright, he's going for it. Mikoto cliffed, but that is yet another kill for In Your Dream. And Boom ID once again, just an absolutely fantastic early game. FBZ taking out the bottom tier 1 tower in the meantime. Cignal do manage to grab some bounties, but all of the top 3 net worth are over on the Boom ID side. Alright, he's gonna take some damage, but I don't think he's dying here. Yeah, he's fine. Mid lane getting surrounded. How many points? Oh, I got maxed Edict already. Alright, In Your Dream hiding. Rubik, gotta be careful, friend. Wanted to help out a buddy, but the damage from the Leshrac is just too much. I think the living armor even tried to save him there. Kezcute gonna pop the tombstone on the other side of this fissure. Nightstalker using the ulti, but he's getting locked down. The boat is gonna control him in this fight. They do not quite time it properly. Instead, they want the stun on Jamesy. One more auto attack to bring him down. It's a 2-for-1 so far as they lose the Undying, but Nightstalker still has this ultimate.
Are fortified.
He's going for Ags first. Okay.
Step lively now. Your admiral is on board.
I think the item is good, but maybe a little bit overrated. I kind of wish he was just going for like a drum and a medallion, maybe. I think they need the Nightstalker to be more combat ready after the early game that this Earthshaker has had. James is just kind of getting binned so far. So they have this Echo Slam to use. Jamesy, alright. There's Fisher. Trying to keep the tier 1 tower alive with the living armor, but I don't think it's really working out. Cold Snap stolen.
Dire structures are fortified.
Snap onto the Kunkka, but he is tanky. And once again, the warding game from Boom is just fantastic. I think this is probably... Is this Grimm's once again? No, alright. No, it's Keski.
Illusion.
Who am I talking about? Grimm's is on... Grimm's is on Cignal. But yeah. Kezcute always getting in there with these deep wards, giving his team the vision. They are managing to heal up
Admiral is on
this
board.
mid-tier 1 tower again. FBZ has gone for mech on his Kunkka. Man, Boom ID, when they sense that they have an early game lead, they just go for it. They're going to have so much sustain between the Spirit Vessel and the X marks and everything else. James is tanky, but he's also Where is In Your Dream?
Marks the spot.
Okay, he's down here at bottom. They've got a Dust. They would very much like to kill off Nando, who is just hiding in the tree. Invoker dies mid, actually. Alright, that's Echo Slam deployed. Nando seems to know what's going on. He's still just hiding. That's a very nice kill for Cignal.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Alright, just managed to Fisher, lift, snap, back into the Echo Slam.
Dire's
Much
middle
needed
tower is
kill.
under attack.
Especially since Jamesy, I think, is likely going for Ags first. So he's going to need quite a lot of gold.
Your admiral is on board.
Nando, being a little bit greedier this time around, is going for the Maelstrom first. So that will accelerate him a bit more if they do manage to get out of this early to mid game. And Kunkka is really not going to have a whole lot of scaling potential with this build. Just going for mech Vlads. I guess PL is supposed to be the big damage dealer. We haven't even looked at Dreamicell. He's number 1 on net worth. Has a Yasha picked up. It's a better farming item than Diffusal Blade, so it looks like he's going to go for the full Manta style first, and then back for the Diffu. Maybe Heart after that. Van getting pressured, but he's okay. Jamesy TPing up here. Yeah, it does have the Ogre Axe already picked up, so it looks like it is going to be your Aghanim Scepter first.
Radiant are scanning.
But this mid-tier 1 tower is still holding on. Looks like Grimm's maybe making the right decision with this early living armor build. Just buying a lot of time, and Gyrocopter going to be farming up meanwhile. Grimm's just constantly positioning himself to scout any ganks onto Nando. It's very nice. Ooh, almost got the Vessel on the Invoker, but not quite. Bounty runes are coming up soon. Alright, well, they're giving up on trying to pressure mid lane. Looks like instead, Nightstalker is the target over at the top. It is going to be nighttime in a second, though. So, have to keep that in mind. Alright, Tornado Snap. Need the follow-up stun. Keep him locked down. Get those Urn charges back. And they've even found one more over on the other side. Rubik, Tombstone up onto the high ground. There is going to be a lift, and Kezcute almost taken up onto that high ground. In Your Dream getting dragged back, but Kezcute easily able to grab the kill.
Radiant's top tower is
And
under
now the
attack.
Spirit Vessel up on the Invoker. Boom ID should also be able to finish off this tower. And no defense coming in at all. Dreamicell getting gone on bottom. This Root is about to run out. Can he escape? No, not quite. Too much lockdown. Very nice kill for Cignal. Okay, so despite the fact that they're down by 3k, they're at least finding some good trades. The Gyrocopter has good farm. Jamesy is coming back into the game, and I'm still a little bit worried about this Kunkka's build. in the late game. And Night Stalker, if he gets away with this Ags rush, then he's going to be pretty scary. I guess the Ags is also really nice against PL. Gives them some important AoE to help clear the illusions. And also the Quas-Vex Invoker doesn't have quite the scaling potential of the Quas-Exort either. So lots of pressure on Boom to keep making plays. They really want this mid tower, but it's back to full HP. Your Dream is going for a Yule's, nice defensive item against the Night Stalker. Gives them a little bit more setup, perhaps. So Cignal going for a 4-man smoke. It's nighttime, and they do have the Dark Ascension also available. Plus some good vision. They have a pretty good idea of where Boom are. Kescute, not the best kill. If they could find something else, that would be preferable. They're looking for it. Grim scouting forward. They catch a flicker of the Invoker at bottom, and he's now the target. And they get Mikoto. Do they have the detection? Alright, they got the lift. They've got themselves a dust. In Your Dream also running in here. Hoping for some kind of a turnaround. Won't even be able to get the Rubik kills. He's now caught by the cooldown, and that's a double kill for Van. That is pretty much his full Aghanim Scepter completed, and they found a little bit more. Kescute coming too far forward, and Boom. Not looking like a great team fight for them. Kunkka wanting to help out, but FBZ unable to get in there with the mech. But still hanging around down here. Might be waiting for the respawns and then taking a fight after that, but with Van and Grims, they're hunting for him. Grim spots him out. Can they get this kill? I think they want the tower first. TPs are coming in. FBZ hoping to keep Nando here. Didn't get the X though, only 3 points. Okay, this game is looking a lot better than the previous for Cignal. Their carry is #1 on net worth. The Phantom Lancer is still really not ready to enter the game. Needs his defusal. And then probably like a heart on top of that. Might even be a game where he needs like a BKB. Yeah, there's the Ags Night Stalker. So Van is really gonna start farming from this point. Boomer smoked. Smoking just down to FBZ. Okay, they're finally getting their PL a little bit more involved, but we'll see how much Dreamacell can actually do without having the Defusal Blade. Mikoto leading the charge. What can they find? Smoke breaks. No vision just yet. He's still hunting for something, but Rubik and the Earthshaker able to just retreat their way out. Living Armor not really going to help a whole lot against the Edict. Rubik trying to hold on to this a little bit longer. Torrent gets stolen. In Your Dream, though. In the right place at the right time, and Rubik getting locked down. Torrent buys himself a few more seconds. Van coming in here, but he doesn't have the ultimate. Awkward place for the Night Stalker to be. Just going to try and run back towards the east. Boom, if they can get the vision on him. There's the X marks the spot. Boat also looking to follow it up, and Van just TPing into his death here. Could have just sacrificed the Rubik, but instead they also lose the Night Stalker. And Boom gonna be more than happy with that. Nando is farming on the top side, and he's almost got his BKB completed. So he might be ready to take the next fight. Shaker 600 gold away from his Ags. So there are still timings coming up for them. Grim's planting some very deep wards currently.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Can't say I'm a huge fan given the way that Boom are playing currently. I liked this one. I don't know if I like both of these. This is like... I really don't think that that's where Boom IT are going to be playing. I think they're going to be playing sort of in this area.
Double damage.
Why am I lagging? What's going on here? Just the game a little bit, huh? My frames.
Dire structures are fortified.
Oop. X on Nando. Alright, Moving Armor getting chewed through very quickly. They spot the Undying, but they use the Darkest Engine for this. Van hoping to find a little bit more, but looks like it will just be the position 5 kill and the follow-up tier 1 tower. After this Darkest Engine fades, should be a pretty big window for the Boom to take a fight. Where's the Diffusal Blade? It's almost completed. But the BKB is also up for the Gyro. And the Ags for the Earthshaker. Alright, well. Oh no.
Service to imbalance.
Okay. Well, I hope they come back. They didn't say anything. They did pause. Or did they pause, or was it an auto pause? No, Nando paused. And then they plug pulled the router. Okay, they're back. Nice. Okay, they unpaused, but they paused. 380 ping. That's no good. We're just gonna have to see how much this Phantom Lancer can actually do. I'm already starting to feel dubious about like I said, the Kunkka and the Invoker. In Your Dream is scaling decently, but yeah, this is also concerning, right? Mikoto had a good start, but now he's bottom half on the net worth. 2, 2, and 6. He might even be overtaken by the Lesh later on. Kunkka's doing well, but we just haven't really seen his teamfight items amount to anything. They just kind of keep getting picked off without taking a proper structured 5-on-5. So we will see if it works. I think they have to win the next team fight to feel happy about Kunkka's build. Otherwise, he probably would have been better served just going for a Shadow Blade or something like that.
Now. Your admiral is on board.
Are you lost?
Step lively now. Your admiral is on board.
Gotta be careful, FBZ. Yeah, if Rubik steals X and then he... Actually, wait. I think the first X still has priority. The interaction is actually kind of weird. If you're X'd by 2 different sides. Oh, Nightstalker just died bottom. Okay. In Your Dream setting it up. And now the Diffusal Blade delivered to Dreamacell, so that was even without the Diffu. This should be go time for Boom. What's Invoker doing? He's just trying to finish farming his 4-step, but everybody else is moving into position for this mid tower. FBZ, can he find somebody? He spotted Jamesy. Just managed to jump himself away. What's happening? Nando is just pushing top, so it seems like they are not defending this for now. And Boom not willing to commit under the tier 2 either. They're actually gonna go hunting up here. Nando. Alright, he's TPing out. Grims might stick around a little bit longer, plant down some more wards. Still don't think that these deep wards have done too much for him.
Step lively now. Your admiral is on board.
Did he cut down a tree to plant that? Yeah, it looks like he did. Yeah, it's right on top of the stump. It's a pretty cool ward, though. Oh. Dust. Torrent not landing. Do they know that he's in here?
Step lively now.
No.
Your admiral is on board.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
That's what happens when I
Why? What are Boom waiting for?
Service to imbalance.
Is on board.
I don't think, are they close to any items? They got the Invoker Force Staff. Like, all of their cores have just grabbed an item. Oh, Grims is getting chased down by In Your Dream. Okay, bye Grims. Maybe he shouldn't have chat wheeled when they almost got him. And what's happening over here now? Oh, Jamesy X'd. Drag back in. Torrent not gonna land. Do they actually have the control for this? James is gonna be able to jump pretty far away. He's turning around looking for this fight. Nando coming into the back lines, but In Your Dream sends him up with the Yules. BKB not used just yet. This is an awkwardly split fight. Earthshaker taking a lot of damage off of these Undying Zombies. Van trying to keep him alive. The Tornado catches him. That'll be the end of the Shaker. Not quite! He actually survives the Lance. The Illusions trying to keep him up. Jamesy, is he living? Looks like he is. Sunstrike in the fountain. Not enough damage. Mikoto did land it, but it's only 2 points. Nando, BKB's already been used. They catch the X on him. And he'll be brought right back. And that is going to be a big win for Boom. Cignal just not taking the fight. Not taking it together, really. And Nightstalker didn't really have a whole lot to contribute. On the other side, Jamesy wanted some bounty runes, but now Dream of Cells found him. They got the X. Where's he going? Alright, nicely done with the Torrent. Drag him back in. Still want this In Your Dream kill. He's gonna get it! Not too bad for Jamesy.
Gold for my chest.
Pretty good, pretty good.
That's what happens when
But still now starting to fall behind on the net worth. Nando still doing well. All of a sudden, and Invoker went from, what, bottom 5? And Mikoto now picking up some kills, working towards his Ags. So things are looking much better for him. Train Protector, still pretty much nothing to his name. Nightstalker, even with the Ags, is not quite managed to finish up this this BKB. I really thought with the timing that he had on the Ags that he'd have a little bit more farm by this point, but not the case. Needs that level 15 pretty badly as well. Dreamcell closing in on the heart pretty quickly. Already has enough for the Reaver plus almost the ring, so really just the recipe to go. Oh. Jamesy very tanky at mid. These two supports not enough to be able to bring him down. And Van also chasing in here. Thinking about going for Kesq. They jump in and they make very quick work of him. Cignal all of a sudden deciding to just have all 5 heroes on the mid lane. Still 3 minutes worth of nighttime, so I imagine that Boom are just trying to wait that out. Dreamcell hiding in the trees. Is he going to go for the TP out? He will. Looks like Jamesy will not be able to find him quite in time. Oh, they popped Dark Ascension. What the? Van? Okay, well, once that comes off cooldown, but once that ends, then I think Boom are just going to go, right? They're going to have Heart. They'll have, they've got a full Crimson Guard on their Kunkka. Invoker won't quite have his Aghanim Scepter, but the PL timing should be good enough to go and make something happen, especially with no Dark Ascension. Even if it is nighttime, Van's not going to be nearly as scary. Well, Van, gotta be careful. At least he has his BKB. Grims scouting things out. In Your Dream would be a decent target. He gets the Yules out. Lifted, but there's a Torrent to catch Grims. They lift him up out of the high ground, but In Your Dream's up here doing decent damage. He force-staffs himself down. It's In Your Dream versus 3. Nando also TPing in, and Boom actually deciding that they do not want that fight. Why is that? Why not? You got Heart PL. I guess they don't want to fight on the Shrine? No, Shrine was used. Are they really just gonna let them get away with using that Dark Ascension like that? No, this is a real This is a Nando move. He's up here with no TP scroll. Okay, so he BKBs, and now what? Just chase after Kezcube? Well, once your BKB ends, what happens? You just die, right? Team's coming. FBZ's waiting for him. X almost over. Jamesy trying to jump in on top of Dreamacell, but couldn't get the lockdown. They're trying to finish off Kezcube in the back lines, but Nando's in some danger on the front side here. Dreamacell just working him down. Erice doing what he can. He's actually stolen the Pulse Nova, clearing out Dreamacell's illusions. Jamesy jumps back in. He's still got the ultimate. Tornado looking for a catch, but it splits the wickets. Jamesy trying to jump away, but gets dragged back in, and he'll be left for dead. As Kezcube also buying back into the game. Grimm's, all he can really do is just sit here and watch. He did throw out the overgrowth a little bit earlier, but Nando forcing his team into a super weird fight. Like, why would you just run and take that wave like that? And now, boom. Straight onto the tier 2. Got an Alacrity Phantom Lancer to make quick work of this. Nando's BKB's coming back off cooldown soon. Can't really fight until that point. They do have the Dark Ascension once again. Grimm's still hanging out over in the Dire jungle. Mikoto scanned him successfully, but won't find him here. Nando getting found again. Is he gonna BKB TP? Is he just gonna run for it? They see him.
Radiant's middle tower.
They know where he's at. Okay, no BKB TP, but he will manage to escape. Grimm's not so lucky. He wanted the bounties. Did not manage to grab it. And will be brought down. Is that 4 bounties for... Yeah, that's 4 bounties for Boom. They've got Ags on the Invoker now. Jamesy, what are you doing here at mid, buddy? Manages to jump a little bit further away. Can he survive? Maybe one more hop. Dreamacell's still hot on his heels. Sunstrike looking for him, not quite in the right place. Nando trying to push them back on the front lines. But Dreamacell still got this heart, so he's A-okay. And Boom coming in looking for yet another tier 2 tower. Nando, is he willing to use the BKB? He's getting locked down. No BKB just yet. Lots of chain stun. Dreamacell coming back in. Nando, he pops the BKB, but he's just dead. Cignal, Van does not have any mana to pop the Dark Ascension. He does manage to use the BKB, but Dreamacell is just all over them. Rubik doing what he can with the stolen Pulse Nova, but he's low on mana, and Boom ID are inside of their base. Edict's coming back off cooldown soon. They've got the Alacrity Phantom Lancer going to work, and Nando doesn't have buyback. He just bought the full Mjolnir. Glyph getting used at an extremely awkward timing as well. They need a big jump from this Earthshaker. He goes in. They've isolated Dreamacell, but where's the damage? Van's in the back lines. FBZ still standing his ground. They lock down 2 with the Torrent. Shaker trying to jump in, but he gets caught by the Tornado. Jamesy couldn't do it. The BKB getting popped. He's looking for this Echo Slam. Can he find the target? Now he looks towards In Your Dream. Grimm's getting chased down. The Leshrac almost dead, but he Yules at the last moment. In Your Dream actually surviving. The heal as well from the Undying. He's actually going in now. In Your Dream looks like he will finally be brought down. Jamesy jumping in, but that's going to cost him his life as he gets dragged into a Torrent, dragged into the meat grinder that is this Phantom Lancer with all of his illusions. Nando is finally respawning now, but already 1 lane of Rax dead, both of his other cores in the grave. There is a buyback for the Night Stalker, but it's daytime. No Dark Ascension, and he's only got 1 hero to fight with. Nando, okay. Is the BKB just going to get forced here? First half away. They're poking. They're prodding. They're Xing. They're torrenting. Nando finally popping the BKB. Dreamacell latches on. He's finished that tier 3. No bonus armor for Nando. Homing Missile going to get dealt with quickly, and they've actually got the X marks just outside of the fountain. Nando getting caught. Dreamacell wants to finish out this kill. Nice torrent connection. Perfect chain stun out of FBZ. Nando's dead, and with that, I think Cignal's hopes in this best of 3 will die with him.
Radiant's bottom barracks are under attack.
Just super sloppy play. Like what's this fight? And then what's Jamesy being mid? And then Like, what happened at the tier 2? Why did they take that fight? What is going on? It just doesn't seem like the cores are playing together. They really just don't look like a team. And oh, here comes the Cataclysm. Say goodbye to Rubik. They're not tapping out just yet, but Dreamicell is inside of their fountain with a butterfly. I don't know what you can do about him at this point. That is a triple kill beyond godlike for Dreamicell, and finally the GG comes out as they're getting fountain camped. Well, that's the end of this best of 3. Boom ID have done it. They are moving forward one step here in the Summit 11 SEA qualifiers. Cignal just look lost. They're not done just yet. They do still have the lower bracket, but I believe they have to play... Do they have to play the lower bracket match today? Or is the lower bracket match tomorrow? I hope for their sake that the lower bracket match is tomorrow, because... I guess it can't be tomorrow. Yeah, there's still 2 more games to be played. So yeah, they are playing the lower bracket match today. They will have a little bit of a break because the next game or the next match that's going to be streamed over on BTS 1 will be Boom ID versus the winner of Genespris versus Geek Fam, but I don't know, Cignal. It looked okay, but both games, it sort of felt like they didn't get all that much impact out of the supports. I think both games, you compare the impact that In Your Dream had to Grimm's or Your Ice, and it's just night and day. In Your Dream put in so much work. Kescute spent a huge chunk of the early game on that cliff and still felt like the Undying was making good rotations with his cores. FBZ, you can see why Boom ID are picking this Kunkka so heavily. Looks great when Makoto is playing at mid. FBZ, I think, having a super solid performance on the offlane Kunkka as well. I'm still not 100% convinced by the Phantom Lancer, but Dreamicell made it look good, and Cignal, well, back to the drawing board once again. I don't even know what strategies they have left. I don't know why they've given up on picking like a Grimm's ET, and then even like the way I think about Grimm's is he's always playing these really aggressive position 5 heroes that win their lane. But in this game, he was playing the Treant, but he decided to go for the points at the Living Armor instead of going for Leech Seed and trying to play for kills. We haven't seen his ET or anything for a little while. So I don't know if Cignal have lost confidence with some of their strategies or what the situation is, but they got to find something. Otherwise, this is just going to be the end of them in the next round in the lower bracket. So thanks for watching, guys. That actually wraps it up for my casting here for today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll encourage you to head over to BTS 1, where I think it's Lyrical, Tsunami, and Ninja Boogie are doing Genespris versus Geek Fam. Otherwise, check out BTS 2, where we've got Mike LaPhoenix and John X Fire covering some of the China Summit qualifiers. So cheers for watching. Appreciate you tuning in. I don't think I'll be back tomorrow for any of the minor qualifiers, so hopefully I'll see you guys for some other cast sometime soon. But have a nice day, and go watch some more Dota.